You've called it fashioned to raise the gas tax. Do you still believe that? Could that go up?
Well, the gas tax has traditionally been part of how we fund the Highway Trust Fund, but we know that it can't be the answer forever because we're going to be using less and less gas. We're trying to electrify the vehicle fleet. So if there's a way to do it that doesn't increase the burden on the middle class, we can look at it. But if we do, we got to recognize that's still not going to be the long-term answer.
What about a mileage-based tax?
So I think that shows a lot of promise. If we believe in that so-called user pays principle, the idea that part of how we pay for roads is you pay based on how much you drive, the gas tax used to be the obvious way to do it. It's not anymore. So a so-called vehicle miles traveled tax or mileage tax, whatever you want to call it, could be a way to do it.
So hearing Pete Buttigieg the other day talk about taxing the miles that you drive on your car rather than gas tax, or I guess in addition to gas tax, wouldn't really put it past anybody these days to tax both. Anyways, it pissed me off. So I started looking into Pete Buttigieg, and something that I've been doing lately is looking into the parents of politicians. And I started looking into who Pete Buttigieg's parents are. And it turns out that his dad is a Marxist scholar. His father's name is Joseph Buttigieg, and he was a Maltese American literary scholar and translator. But where it gets interesting is that he co-edited and co-translated a 3-volume English edition of Antonio Gramsci's Prison Notebooks. And he was also a founding member and president of the International Gramsci Society, as seen on his faculty page on the University of Notre Dame's website. Now, Antonio Francesco Gramsci was an Italian Marxist professor, journalist, linguist, writer, and politician, and he was a founding member and a one-time leader of the Communist Party of Italy. Gramsci is considered one of the most important Marxist thinkers of the 20th century, and is particularly considered a key thinker in the development of Western Marxism. So when I hear old Pete talking about taxing the miles that you drive in your car, I can't help but think, how much is he influenced by his dad's work, and how much is he influenced by Marxism? And I would venture a guess that the answer is probably quite a bit. So that's all there is to this. It's just a quick little blurb, but I just found that very interesting. And while you're here, there's a new post on my website about Jen Psaki and her involvement with the Supreme Court voter group, which is full of communist and Soros Group affiliates, literally. I detail it all on my website in the post, and the whole goal of this group was to advocate for packing the Supreme Court and filling it with progressives. Elizabeth Warren is a part of it. There's people directly involved with Soros groups. There's people that are involved with John Podesta. It's a big old murky mess, so you can go read it. I will pin the link to the post below this so that you can go read it. So I also touch on a report that just came out about Jen's involvement with a group called AnyVision Interactive Technologies, which is an Israeli tech startup used by the Israeli army that uses facial recognition to collect intelligence. She received money from them as a crisis communications consultant. So anyways, you can go read all of that on my site, and I just wanted to let you guys know about Pete Buttigieg's Marxist father, and also to raise the alarm bells that, again, they're thinking about taxing the miles that you drive in your car, because apparently because they want to mandate electric vehicles, they got to figure out a new way to squeeze money out of you. So that's it. Just a quick little heads up. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on Wednesday for the premiere of Blood Money. Bye!